We produce a lot of great deer hunters here in the state, but right now, maybe the most recognized face in both hunting and conservation comes from West Michigan.
I've followed trails of all kinds.
This is Steve Rinella, author, TV and podcast host, outdoorsman, founder of the outdoor lifestyle company MeatEater, and he grew up in Muskegon County.
When it comes to kind of like a hunting and fishing paradise, that West Michigan country is hard to beat, man.
He knows his stuff because he's built his career outdoors. And I recently had the chance to get his thoughts on deer hunting here in his home state. Because as we've reported, some see the Lower Peninsula deer herd as overpopulated, resulting in crop damage, car accidents, and the possibility of disease growth. But Steve told me he thinks it's important to ask, overpopulated to who?
I see this happen all the time. You'll have a farmer who is upset about the amount of deer on his farm doing crop damage. Then you might say, well, how many guys are you letting come in to hunt?
Hunting is the key word here. Now, deer are a public resource owned by everyone in Michigan, and hunting, at least according to the Department of Natural Resources, is the best way, the main way to keep those deer populations healthy and managed.
If guys are hunting on places where the landowners or they're hunting on public land where wildlife managers who are in the know and educated on the subject are asking to harvest deer, take some time to harvest deer.
And the Department of Natural Resources agrees. There are a lot of key factors at play with the increasing deer population, like recent mild winters. But the DNR told me the numbers show a lot of hunters have been holding out for big bucks only here in recent years, leading the department to implement several changes to try and increase antlerless deer harvests, including extending the late antlerless season, with some success. But as hunters, it's really our responsibility to be active in deer management, depending on the habitat.
I grew up in Michigan, but I have a very good friend, and I hunt turkeys on his place every year, who lives across Lake Michigan over in Wisconsin. Now, here's a guy where they have, by almost any metric, he lives in an area where there's overpopulation of deer measured by disease prevalence and disease transmission. They're in a real peak right now. And a lot of deer managers want to bring numbers down. And this guy's a farmer. He lets, every year he has over 20 people. He gives over 20 people permission to hunt his place. And he hosts doe hunts.
Being an active member of the food chain is what Steve has built his career on, and the kind of advice you can really sink your teeth into.
Time-tested, proven way to lower deer numbers on your property. And that is by letting in deer hunters.
There was a lot more to my conversation with Steve, and you can see it in this story on our website, fox17online.com. Reporting from the woods, Andy Curtis, Fox 17 News.